Minds, a place where we spotlight founders and highlight their stories. I'm your host Suhani Khanna, and today we are joined by a woman who has started a legacy. Welcome, Utsavi Mehta. Thank you for joining us.
Hi Suhani, it's a wonderful thing that I am here on your channel, and I'm Utsavi Mehta, the founder of Utsav Collection.
Thank you. The pleasure is all ours. So, starting with the interview, as the woman behind Utsav Collection, how would you describe your journey and the essence of your brand, Utsav Collection?
Talking about Utsav Collection, it talks all about sophistication, style, and being classic.
Yeah.
So it's something which I adore myself, and I want that people should also, once they wear it, they should adore it.
That's excellent, ma'am. And of course, I have seen your beautiful pieces. It's exuberant. And I must say that you have put your heart and soul into building your brand.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And Utsav Collection is now recently started with new suits collection.
Wow.
One of my piece, I'm wearing it.
Yeah, it's beautiful and you look lovely.
Thank you so much.
So, take us back in 2012. What inspired you and your sister Jaspreet, who is your co-founder for Utsav Collection, to being exporting stoles in the market?
So let's talk about early days.
Yeah.
When I always wanted to be financial independence, and for me as a woman, it's very important for every one of us to be financially very, very independent.
Exactly, ma'am.
So I and my sister decided that we should do something which should not disturb our household and especially our parenting, because at that time our kids were really small, and though she's in Australia, in Melbourne, so that was the best time we could do, and the weather is favorable in all types.
Of course, yes.
So that's how the idea of stoles and shawls affected us. Oh, sorry.
It came to you,
it
of
came in
course.
our mind.
And talking about your sister, how has you been communicating with her? Like the time zones are different, and how you ensure that the products have reached there, and was communication ever a problem between you two?
Look, initially when we started up, yes, there are time duration is 4.5 hours or 5 hours. They are ahead
Yes,
than us.
exactly.
So sometimes we used to take out a time that it should focus only on business, and we talk about it. So to know about the market in Melbourne was always it was a challenging phase for us initially. What kind of designs, the patterns, the color palette would they prefer?
Of course.
And also the material, the fabric, they are very particular about the softness.
Yes.
Something which feels good to their skin. So it was quite challenging there, but initially it was a challenge, but as we got into it, we started having a hand on it.
Great, ma'am. And it does seem like that you've put so much effort into and putting so much thought in understanding your target customer and understanding what they require and providing that in detail. So, moving forward, what were some of your biggest challenges in scaling the brand from Australia to India? Like when you started with your sister, how it was a challenge to scale the market that you observed in Australia, Melbourne, and bringing it to India?
The basic challenge which we faced there was like there the people don't like stripes, the checks, that few of the colors. They don't like much. But as an Indian market, it's outrightly different. We play with colors. We can play with some contemporary style,
Exactly.
like zaris and our heritage and everything. Though it was a big challenge, because once I used to send the consignment to Melbourne, there my work finished. But after that, my sister used to work on promotions and sales.
Yeah.
But when I got in Indian market, the biggest challenge what I faced here was getting not only the stuff but also posting them on social media, clicking pictures, and sales and promotions was also the biggest challenge what I faced.
Of course. So because when you were only handling initially exporting it out.
There my challenge was finished.
Yeah, exactly.
Her role started after that.
Yeah.
But
so did you ask her ever? It was like a 15-minute call that what should I do next? I had this any customer experience that you would like to share that you encountered and you thought that it is stuck with you till date?
Not really, but yes, initially, when we both started,
Yeah.
so it was like very, very hard working for us. What we used to like, we
Yeah.
wanted to cater that to the market.
Exactly.
But there, sometimes they were very rigid about the colors. They always talked about the colors which should reflect their skin
Exactly.
and should not, mix match with their hair.
Yeah.
So there we challenge, and I used to really laugh that what about the hair? The hair has a different.
So that stuck up with you. You were like, no, I need to provide for my
So I used to
customer.
really laugh when I used to send the pastel. She used to say they have their blonde colors.
They don't like.
They don't like, the pastels. And there, the people with the age growing, they like bold colors. They want to wear reds. They want to wear bright colors.
Exactly.
And they are always admiring the leopard prints. They are crazy about leopard prints. So I always used to tell my sister, I think the Melbourne is all about lion and lionesses. Honestly, she always says, they are very fond of black and whites.
Yeah.
And the leopard prints. Whatever the material is, they want leopard print in that.
Of course, because being in the Indian market itself is very dynamic, and you were studying the entire different countries' market, and you were trying to provide for every age group, because shawls, these don't particularly belong to any particular age group. It's not for only 40s, it's not for only 20s, it's for
Everyone.
And everybody has their own preferences for the same, and you're providing for that.
Absolutely. They don't like checks, they don't like
Yeah.
stripes, they think it looks like menswear.
Oh.
So yeah, so here the challenge was quite a lot.
Yeah,
So-
that's great. Moving forward, how did COVID-19 impact your business, and what steps did you take to bounce back, if it did?
Yes, as everybody knows that COVID affected everyone. Everybody's business was on a verge, I would say.
Yeah.
So it affected us also. The consignment was not sent over, and people were hesitant to buy, the luxury
Even exhibiting
items.
there as well in Australia would have been a challenge.
Yeah,
right?
but there where we cater are the
Yeah.
boutiques, fine boutiques,
Yeah.
and the markets.
Yeah.
So there were the people were hesitant to buy because and lot of the boutiques, the shops were shut down.
Exactly. Yes.
So there the market really affected.
yeah.
But then I thought that I have a lot of passion towards cooking.
Yeah.
So I did a homegrown brand by the name Kesa with Love,
Yeah.
which did initially very well.
Yeah.
But as the time passed by, God was kind, and we started back with Utsav collection.
Well, that's amazing. I have even seen the page of Kesa with Love. It actually, just looking at those dishes from images, I feel like eating them up. And I just admire this about you, that how much passion you have to be independent, and how passionate you are to be something and to build something, that you didn't stop because COVID was there. You built something different out of it. And how you utilize
you.
your time. That's great.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the
Yeah.
appreciation, Suhani.
And of course, you deserve it, because women out there who are struggling with at the time of COVID-19 as well, they were struggling with the time. Instead of doing something useful out of it, it is actually inspiring now.
Yeah, thank you so much. It always keeps me occupied, and I really want that something which we have, some hidden talents.
Exactly.
One should try their hands on, and you never know when they click.
Exactly. Taking this up, what advice would you give women who are scared to start their own venture, or are scared to keep their foot in the industry that they desire to be in?
I would always inspire every woman out there that please don't stop dreaming. You never know when it comes out to be in a blooming way. So you should always take tiny steps और आगे बढ़िए. And I'm sure once you move ahead, your family is because the biggest support system, I would say that.
Yeah, you actually mentioned this previously as well, how your husband, how your daughters have been such a great support system.
Yeah.
And of course, you need their support when you're building, not only, financially or physically, but also emotionally, because it does get overwhelming as a founder.
Absolutely. And I do get overwhelmed.
But yeah, I have seen the hard work. Even when I was on the exhibition, I could see your husband was there, and he was displaying the suits that you have had to the women who came that what's the cost for this, and he was telling them, okay, you can also pick this one out. And I was like, I was just seeing him putting that effort, and I saw that how much passionate he is towards your growth as well.
Absolutely. Initially, it seemed that I don't know whether we'll work it or not, but yes, he is standing by me,
Yeah.
and he's taking a lot of efforts because he can see that I really want to do something,
Yeah.
and he really stands by me and pushes me to do. So
that's
it's
great,
wonderful
ma'am.
as a team.
My final question for you: if you were to start it all over again, Utsav Collection, what would you do differently?
Yeah, that's sometimes I really think about it, that if I would start up all over again, I would introduce Utsav Collection simultaneously in Melbourne and in India
India.
as well.
Wow.
So it because the time span was quite long in between.
Mhm.
So I think that it's always better to start all together, though it's quite hard working, but it's fruitful as well.
Is it because you saw the response that Utsav Collection got in India, you now think that it would have been better that I would have started?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Well, that's great, and all the best for your future ventures. And I hope Utsav Collection gets to the heights that it deserves.
Thank
and
you
you are
so
building a
much.
legacy, ma'am. It's not just a
Thank
brand.
you so much for
Thank
having
you
me
so
here.
much
Thank
for
you
giving
so
this interview, ma'am. And I hope to talk to you soon again.
Thank you so much. Okay,
Thank
bye.
you.
Get